Hello there, my name is Oral Fori, host and producer of your favorite human interest chat show, #The African Dream. Welcome to today's episode. We're excited to inform you that as of the middle of 2025, we have produced 95 episodes of #The African Dream. Thanks to your support, we have also hit the milestone of 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and we appreciate you all for the love and support. Today's episode is hosted by a special person who is one of our very supportive friends. Welcome to this episode. Enjoy the show. Keep on subscribing. Keep on loving #The African Dream. And we hope you become one of our guests one day soon. Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Kofi. Thanks for joining us once again in this episode. I have with me a special guest today, and our conversation is going to be an interesting one. She is well versed in interior design, and this is a conversation I've always wanted to have with her. Glad to have this opportunity at the moment. So thanks for joining me, Selorm.
Born Selorm Djaba Mensah.
Okay.
Yes. Selorm Djaba Mensah.
Djaba Mensah.
In bracket, Selorm Dream-maker.
Dream-maker, yes. Where from the Dream-maker?
The Dream-maker, I think that it came out of inspiration and probably some personal habits.
Okay.
Let me put it that way. I just, at a point, I was looking for a nickname or a brand name, let me put it that way. And one thing I realized about myself was, I wouldn't say I'm a dreamer. I like to see dreams being nurtured into something big. Yes. Okay. So once I put my head to something that this is what I want to do, no matter what be the case, I want to see it grow. I want to see it being done. Sure. Yes. And so I sat down and I said, okay, I like dreaming. But then again, I am a maker. I'm a go-getter. Exactly. Okay. I'm a go-getter.
Definitely something you do with your interior designs.
Exactly.
Helping your clients
see
bring their vision into.
Exactly.
So your junior high was in Akimoda.
Yes, Hector International School.
And then high school?
High school, St. Rose's, Accra.
Oh, you went to St. Rose's. I
yes.
see. So what did you study in St. Rose's?
St. Rose's General Arts. Yeah.
General Arts.
History, government, literature.
Was it something you chose for yourself?
Yes, I did.
You were interested in?
Government.
Okay.
Then I had always had the dream of being a lawyer.
Okay.
Yes. So the government date was
just to exercise that.
Yes, government interest. And literature, and then on to university too. I still had the same vision, so I chose political science, psychology,
in tertiary.
University of Ghana.
University of Ghana.
But I didn't get political science actually.
Okay.
I chose psychology, English, political science, and then theater arts. But I didn't get a political science, so I got the other three. English, psychology, theater arts. So those were the courses I did in the University of Ghana.
Okay. And then so in tertiary, when you finished, were you able to practice what you studied?
I didn't.
What happened?
As at the time I was leaving university, when I got psychology, I started convincing myself, okay, I didn't get a political science and the law, and also it looks like I found a new love, psychology.
Okay.
That was my focus then. As at the time I was graduating, I was telling myself I was going to go back to psychology and pursue it and become a psychologist. But after school, after service, change of mind, business setting, I decided to pursue something else. I decided to pursue my passion, which I find myself in now.
At the moment with the interior design.
Yes.
Where did you do your service?
So I did my service at the Social Welfare Department in Koforidua, Central Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means it brought you back to Koforidua.
Yeah.
At what point did you realize like interior design is something you are interested in?
Okay.
In all those years, like doing your general arts, government, entering into psychology in the university, where from the interior design, like in all those years?
So when I left university, I mean, during that, after university, we stay home for like a whole year before.
Yeah.
That was where I started realizing that it looks like I have a different passion for decorations and interior decor, interior design, and
Designs.
even the construction industry.
Okay.
So, I mean, you check my phone, even then you realize I'm always saving pictures of rooms here
Yes.
and there, buildings on my phone.
The colors of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I felt like, oh, this thing, Ghana here, I don't think it will sell. It's because it was fairly new. It was
Yeah.
almost after that time.
How long ago was this?
This was 2012, thereabouts. Yeah, so I felt like, oh, this thing there.
2012 is a long time.
This thing there, Ghana here, I don't think it's going to work. So
yes.
I felt like, okay, let me just ignore it for now. And then, so after service, I worked for like a year or 2 years or so. During my service, I started events management. That one too, after service, I couldn't even sustain it.
Yeah.
And then I felt like, well, this thing, let me start digging deep into it and see how I can work around it. Because as at that time, 2014, 2015 there, I started learning and reading about it, watching, and I mean, I was just researching here and there. Then I realized that, you know what, some time back, about 10 years ago, the event industry found itself in the same situation. Almost everybody thought they could organize their own weddings.
Yes.
Everybody thought I could plan, I could prepare the catering, I could do whatever. But as it stands now, it's no longer the case.
Yes.
You probably need a wedding planner. You need an event decorator. You need whatever.
Unless you are looking for chaos on your
Exactly. Exactly. So that was what I used to actually, I mean, motivate myself and said, you know, let me just pursue it. Although it wasn't so, I mean, from home, my father has been a public servant all his life, my mother too. So it was quite difficult convincing them
that this is an endeavor you want to do.
This is what I want to do.
I'm curious what the conversation was like.
No, my father would ask me before I finish my service, what are your plans after your service? What do you intend to do? I said, I want to start my own business.
That's always a hard conversation to have, especially when the business is not. It's
exactly
in quotes. It's a bit unconventional. Like
exactly.
you wanted to do.
I want to start my own business. He nodded and I was like, really?
This is what they will say. They play.
He said, you know what? This is a serious idea you are thinking because it's not going to take you anywhere. Starting a business is a very difficult venture. And I told him, I know. I had started psyching myself even before I left school.
That is not going to be easy.
Exactly. So I want to start early. He said, no. I mean, you have to get a job first, find a work for experience, blah, blah, blah. And then when you go to a point, you can start thinking about those things. And I said, no, I want to start when I'm young. You can imagine. You can imagine how the conversation went. But at a point, I had to be a bit stubborn. Because after my national service, I don't know, but I never had the desire to go back to the public office.
Okay.
Yes, the public service.
You didn't like the experience.
No, I didn't like the whole atmosphere. I mean, I felt like this is not a place I can grow. It looks like I'm a very adventurous person. And one thing I don't like is being boxed to be seated at one place
which is very common in such areas because they have their way of operating and you have to.
I can't survive there. You are not even allowed to express your creativity. I mean, so I told myself, no, I'm never going to go back to that kind of thing. No matter what, I will find something to do on my own, even if I don't get a job. So that was where I started. So then I started learning and I realized the interest was coming. That was somewhere 2014 thereabouts. So.
And this was also back in Koforidua?
Yes, all in Koforidua. This time I finished my service. I had gotten some job here and there. And then, so I was learning here and there until my second year, 2014, I lost my job and I told myself, you know what, I'm not going to go back looking for a job again. Let me just focus on this.
Exactly. And what was the focusing like? What did that involve?
So I lost my job then.
Okay.
And then I told myself, it's okay. I won't even bother going around looking for a job again. Let me find a way to make this thing happen.
Yeah.
So I stayed home for a while.
Okay.
And during that period, I used that time to do all the learning I could learn about this profession. Then there were no even schools here in Ghana teaching interior design. It was
such a novel.
Exactly. So I mean, you talk about almost all the online courses on interior design. I took them. from the certificate to diploma to degree. I did all those. So I made sure I utilized the time I was home.
In learning as much as you
exactly,
can.
learn as much as I can. I mean, my parents, for them, I was jobless, so but I knew I had a plan. I knew where I was going.
Yeah.
So whilst learning and whilst home, that was when I started putting myself out there.
Okay.
Started telling people about what I'm doing now. So I started posting. I'll be posting, and
I remember that on
I'll
your
be
status
posting, and everybody will be asking, "Is it what you do now? Are you now an interior designer?"
Yes.
At a point, you feel like nobody's watching you, nobody's seeing what you are doing. So, I mean, when I started getting that response, that was when I felt like, okay, it looks like people are paying attention.
Yes.
The first time, after about a whole year, I'll be posting and sharing blogs, articles, and nobody will be liking. But when it's a foolish post, you realize.
Well, that's the thing. Things of entertainment and things of fun are...
Exactly. Until I got the first person inboxing me on Facebook. "Hi, Selorm, I've been following you a while. Are you an interior designer?" I said, yes. You could imagine the joy.
Yes.
I suddenly felt like, okay, now at least someone is paying attention. I need advice or so and so and so. I mean, I'm happy to help. Don't worry.
Yes.
I didn't even think about money then.
At the time, you just want someone to value your service.
Exactly. I didn't even think about money then. That was what gave me hope. That, okay, it was like I need to keep pushing.
Yes.
I need to keep pushing. Then I realized that, okay, whilst I'm still waiting to get called, I had to save some money whilst I was working. I had my last person on me.
Yeah.
I tried to get a product to sell.
Okay.
Wall stickers and wallpapers here and there. I saw it online about someone was selling it on Facebook. I bought a couple of them, brought them to Koforidua, and you could imagine within a week I sold all.
Okay.
Yes.
People like the designs.
Exactly. Then I said, wow, okay. I went back for another batch. I sold everything again. Now I started getting people calling me from Accra, from Kumasi, here and there. Exactly. So one of the first clients I got was a school inside North Legon.
Okay.
Around the TF hostel. It was a Montessori. This woman who was setting up a fresh school and has seen my post on Facebook about the stickers.
Yeah.
So she wanted to buy some to decorate the place. She asked me to come by. I mean, then I wasn't even telling people I'm in Koforidua.
As long as they want it,
exactly.
You are available to deliver.
I'm coming right now. So she called me that she wanted to buy some. It's a new school she's setting up, so she wants us to install it for her. And then she ended up making me decorate the place for her.
Oh, in the process.
Exactly.
So bring the designs and then.
So after installing the stickers here and there, she asked that if I could help her. Am I a design decorator? I said yes. And she said, okay, can you help us decorate the place? So I helped them put the whole place up. That was one of the first projects I got then. Yes.
And that was even in a way unexpected because
exactly. I didn't even charge her for anything.
Yes.
I didn't even take
because in your mind you're just
yes. So I posted them on. I have even lost access to that page. That page I was using then to advertise. Yes, I had lost that. So I posted it then and then, okay. Now I was getting a little bit seen here and there. Yes.
Yeah.
I was getting, so that was when I was using my sister's house. I mean, at that time, I could say she was one of the few people who were supporting what I was doing.
Also in Koforidua.
Yes. So I was using her home as practice.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Christmas is coming. Can you change my living room for me? I'll take the opportunity to do it and post pictures.
Yes.
I mean, I want to change my bedroom. Come and do it for me.
Yes. And at least that also gave you some hands-on experience.
Of course. Of course. That was it.
And in all of that, you definitely learned a thing or two, figured out like what works.
We hope you're enjoying today's episode of #The African Dream. Keep watching, keep learning, and we'd love to hear from you. Send us your views and questions and recommendations. We really take them serious. Thank you for your support.
Like you described, those were your first initial client calls.
Yeah.
How did it go from there?
Okay, so I think one thing, like you were saying, you keep learning from there on was, at that moment, all I was thinking of was visibility, people seeing me, people getting to know what I do. So I didn't even think about how much I was even taking or making.
Yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't bother traveling on several occasions. Travel from Koforidua to Accra to meet a client, and sometimes, on most of the times, they vanish. You get to Accra, I'm
And-
here, and they don't even pick your calls again. Yes.
That because I
Yes.
was gonna come to some of the difficulties you faced in the
Yes.
process. So
Yes, it was very frustrating, but I kept telling myself, "Oh, don't worry. I mean, after those instances, you learn something from it."
Yeah.
So it got to a point now I started getting a few clients here and there. All this while I'm still not making money. For me, it was just, I mean, working for free. Yes. So it got to a point I started realizing that, okay, it looks like this thing
Picking up
seems
a
to be
bit.
big. Yes, picking up. I mean, but I just have to find a way to monetize it or at
Yes.
least make something out of it.
That's the
Especially
monetization part.
especially when I mean, you have to be moving around from place
Which
to
costs
place.
money.
Exactly, from place to place. I mean, someone will call you from all the way from Kumasi, come and install wall stickers for me.
Yes.
I traveled to Kumasi, install, and I didn't charge anything, not even transportation.
Mother Christmas.
Until I came back and I realized, hey, what kind of mistake? What kind of
And the person also didn't think of like saying, "Oh,
No.
then take transport money."
No, I came back and after a while I realized, oh, I made a fool out of myself. So I spent.
But in the process, you are so excited installing those
I didn't
designs,
even realize it.
you forget
Exactly.
that.
I didn't even realize it. So, I mean, it took me a long time before I came to my senses and I realized, okay, it looks like there are a lot of things I need to learn. I mean, now at least I have the skill. I can design and decorate. So I started learning a lot about the business bit.
As a side of things.
Exactly. I started learning a lot about the business bit because, I mean, how do I even get a lot of other markets? How do I
Yes.
monetize this?
Yes.
How do I save money? I mean, the marketing bit was one of my major challenges because I was a very shy person then.
I think, sir, that makes the two of us. And I would want you to, in a short moment, give some tips on marketing that anyone starting out there can use to improve their.
Okay. I was a very shy person then. So getting into meet people, introducing myself, telling them what I do was one of the most difficult things I could do. So I started reading and reading and reading. And I mean, I studied market. I read everything about marketing to a point. Yes. So now I realized that, okay, you know what? I need to start taking charge of events, workshops. I like attending seminars, workshops, events then. But then anytime it got to the point of let's introduce ourselves, it's either I vanish from the scene or but this time around I said no. So I started going for almost every seminar I see.
Yeah.
Every seminar I see. And you see, at that time, this whole thing was still new. Interior design was still very new almost unseen in the country. So you go for this event, they mention introduction, and I'm the first person to put my hand up. Yes. I gather courage, speak about myself, tell them my name. I'm an interior designer. The moment you mention interior design, after the program, everybody wants to meet you.
And here.
Exactly. So what is it about? Tell us.
Yeah.
What is it about? Tell me more. I mean, so I'm like, okay, so this thing, everybody takes my contact.
Yes.
That was where I said to myself, I need to be doing more of this.
And that was one way you marketed yourself out there in the initial stages.
Exactly. It was very difficult, especially the talking. The talking was, but I had to master courage. I had to do it by all means. So, okay, I started doing it, events, wherever I go. Sometimes I just go purposely to introduce myself. I don't even have anything doing there, but just for the sake of telling them, and it did work because again,
you would meet people, they will exchange contacts, and then whenever they think of anything interior design related, you will likely come to mind.
Yes. So, and then another thing was because it was fresh, there was no schools in Ghana teaching. Almost everybody wants to know how you did it. How did you learn? Where did you learn from? Okay, so I picked that, and then after like a year or two, I told myself, it looks like I need to start training people, teaching people how to do it because there's no school in Ghana yes. So I started harboring that idea until 2018 or so, 2017, 2018. I organized the first, training session online.
Okay.
Yes.
I
And
think I remember that.
yes, it came out very well. I had quite a number of people attending. It was, I think, I've forgotten the platform I used then.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the platform I used then. So I started reading again. I spoke to even some coaches about how I'm not making any money from the business, and I didn't have money then. So I approached them, can you help me? It looks like I want to learn how to monetize the business. So they took me down and taught me about how I should brand myself. I should make relevant posts online.
Yeah.
I should do this, I should do that. And then I went back, sat down and said, okay, let me take some time and then do some of these things now. At least I've gotten a little bit about the marketing now. Now I have to make very good use of social media.
As well.
The posts I make, and then also, so the content or the posts I make online, and then how to brand myself so that people would actually be attracted
to the services you are providing.
Exactly, so that people will be attracted. So someone really helped sensitize me that, you know what, this whole service you are providing is not a need. It's not a need. So you have to make them understand what they will get out of it. You're going to suffer, which I soaked that into. So all that period, for me, it took me a long time. Besides, again, because I didn't have any particular person to look up to and say, okay, teach me experience.
And walk me through the process.
So I was learning everything on my own. So maybe for the first 3 or 4 years, honestly, I could say I didn't make anything out of it until I took my time, did all these researches, learned a lot about all these things, and then maybe what one of the first big projects, even that's where I didn't make money, it was a kitchen project.
Okay.
That was somewhere 2018, 2019, 2018 thereabout. The kitchen project I did for someone. Yes, for someone. So over there I realized that, okay, this also has a market. The kitchen, I brought in a partner, we decided to do it for the person, and then it ended up being messed up. I mean, a whole lot of misunderstanding, blah, blah, blah. So from there, I started looking for avenues and how I can monetize this, how I can create better content.
Okay.
Yes, how I can create better content, how I can brand myself.
And put yourself out there.
Exactly.
What are the next steps for Dream-maker? You know what you've not mentioned so far in this conversation?
What is it?
What your business name is?
Maybe because you didn't ask.
Maybe because I didn't ask. Forgive me. What exactly the Dream-maker was?
The Dream-maker is just my name. Yes.
But then
that is not my company name.
What is the company name?
So the company is called Accento Projekts.
Okay.
Accento Projekts. So the company is actually a construction company.
Oh.
Yes, the company is a construction company. I am an interior designer and a project manager. Yeah, so I design spaces and then I help manage construction projects. Yes, so we do almost every aspect. So we do renovations, we do construction right from scratch. Yes, and then we do the design bit. Yes, so actually for now, we could be a one-stop shop for everything building, all the way to decor.
Okay.
All the way to decoration, just for you to move in. Do you get it? So that is what we do, Accento Projects.
How do I reach out to you? Let's say I have this big property I want designed. How do I contact Accento Projects?
Please come to us right now. Bring it right now. Just search us on social media, Accento Projects, Instagram, Facebook, or just look for my page. My page is quite active on Instagram and Facebook, Selorm Dream-maker.
Okay, I'll surely put it in the description and also hopefully on the screen.
Yes.
So
or
viewers
just call. You can just call or even visit us at
Adringano. Sure.
Or just call us on 020-888-2722.
This is your camera. Yes.
020-888-2722 or 027-114739.
Yes. So what are the next steps for Accento Projects? What is what should we look out for?
Just look out for another of the groundbreaking construction projects developers in the country now.
Okay.
Yes, our vision is to be one of the best or the go-to name when it comes to construction, turnkey projects, right from design all the way to decoration. All you need is just bring your clothes. You get it. Because we have found that you see, building a house on your own is not an easy journey. Ask anybody who has gone through that stress before. It's very stressful. You see, so we want to help take out that stress from you. Go about your business. Just handle that work on us. We will take you right from beginning. All you need is, please, we are done. Bring your clothes. So we'll build it. We'll
I only come for the key, and then I enter
we'll
the
design
house.
it, build it, and decorate it for you to move in. So within the next 1 year, 2 years, we've actually launched this package to help young people, young businessmen, professionals who don't have that time, don't have that energy. Do you get it? We have a package actually specifically for such people.
Okay.
Do you get it? It's called Dream Home Plus. Right.
Dream.
Yes. It's called Dream Home Plus. So basically, that's what we want to do, is to help young people, such people, actually build their first homes.
Yes.
Do you get it? Build their first homes.
And this is not only targeted to people in Ghana.
No,
if you're in the diaspora and you're relocating to Ghana
and you want to start putting up a structure here and there,
which is a big concern for many people in the diaspora, because getting trusted people to handle these construction projects for them.
It's true.
It's
but
then true. I trust her, so definitely. and so we are excited about what's next with Accento Projekts, and personally, I'm excited with the growth you've displayed over the years. It's definitely not been easy.
Next year will be 10 years. Next year I'll be 10 years. Yes.
10 solid years in Ghana. I mean, that should, in Ghana alone, is a lot of experience and then a lot of lessons learned in the process.
Yeah.
And we will definitely be around to celebrate that 10 years. This has been an exciting conversation with Selorm Dream-maker Djaba, who is with Accento Projekts. Thank you for joining us in this episode. We'll definitely check in some other time to see the progress made.
Amen.
We'll hand over to Oralofori for the concluding.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode of The African Dream. We're working on the next episode, and we're looking forward to making it a very entertaining, informative, and educative one with your support as well. Keep subscribing our YouTube channel, link on the screen, and please remember, the African story is human story.